Welcome back. I'm going to run through gold from today because it gave a total of 4 entries, 3 wins, 1 loss. The 1 loss was just a bit of an earlier entry, to be honest. Just got wicked out and then we re-entered for the win. So I'm going to run through all of them because it just happened to give a lot of entries today. So I thought it'd be useful to talk through. So I'm going to obviously rewind. You can see evidence of some of these trades if you want to see the MetaTrader stuff on my Instagram, so I'll post them up there. But yeah, so I'll just start off with what gold looked like when I woke up this morning. So we're using my 15-minute chart as always. I don't use anything else other than the 5 and the 15. But this is what gold looked like in the morning. Not really directionally clear in terms of trend, because we've had a push up sideways a lot at the top here though. But one thing I noticed straight away was that we do have recent structure starting to step up. We've got a break here, we've got another break here. Structure's breaking to the upside. So immediately I was seeing these consecutive breaks. I was seeing price had broken out to the upside here, broken the structural high, and I'd seen it hadn't bounced off anything major. There's not really anything major for price to bounce back off in this region, bar the top or here, but I'll get into that in a little while. Anyway, so straight away I'm looking at this thinking there could be a buy opportunity here. Price came back for the retest and immediately wicked quite hard on the 15-minute, which is of course nice because it is showing us that price is rejecting the structural retest here. We've seen that sellers tried to push down and instead buyers pushed up to close the price higher above the level again. So next we went on to the 5-minute. I had my deep test zone drawn and this 5-minute low here. And I was looking for buy opportunities. The next one I had was on this pin bar that touched the level and closed up higher. For me, it's not as ideal an entry as we will go through shortly, but it was pretty early. I'd only been awake about 15 minutes here. Sometimes it's not an excuse because the trade happens, but it's something that potentially I may not have taken if I was a bit more awake. But looking back, I'm fine with the trade by the letter of the plan. It fits. I had around 28 pips stop loss and the 28 pip target now 1-to-1 as I always do, because like I said in previous videos and all the time, don't care about trying to bank massive risk reward. I just care about keeping my higher win rate, keeping everything moving positively forward. And yeah, small wins adding up because they very much do. So this was the first trade of the day that just stopped me out. Just wicked out now. The next one was a re-entry immediately. The exact same setup. 15 minutes still looking good. We had not broken structure down. We still had price stepping up in structure. So from my deep test zone, we got this nice engulfing candle. This was the next trade. And it's important to note that just because you lose a trade, you don't start turning into some crazy emotionally run person who completely forgets everything that you've been working on and your process. You stay chilled, you stay relaxed, and you stay process focused. And so I re-entered when another setup appeared, and it ended up that price pushed up nice and hard. And what's the time was this? This is when I was on my morning walk this morning, about 8:30. So back to there, 1 loss, 1 win. That's the first setup, really simple. Price then broke structure up again. By the end of that trade, we broke the high again. So just to reassess, we've got multiple highs being broken. We don't have any overall trend on the 15 minutes I've already gone through. So here, I was looking for a second setup and lo and behold, price came down to retest this broken structural high and immediately gave a nice clear next entry. And the close of this candle here, bullish engulfing candle. The stop loss here was, if I'm remembering, 17. It was 17. And again, I'll post evidence of these for the people that will go, oh, you're just rewinding on TradingView. And I'll post evidence of these trades onto my Instagram. So go and have a look at that if you want to see them. And this was a nice trade that, again, pushed to target. So the key things to take away here in terms of mindset stuff, not just technicals, because the technicals are simple and repeatable anyway, is that the day started with a loss, but I didn't stress, turn into some crazy nutto who just goes on tilt then for the rest of the day. I stayed chilled, stayed disciplined to the process, and we're up for the day now after that win. The next trade was one where you do need to have a little bit more understanding, because although the recent structure here is stepping up, as we've talked about, if we look back, this was a strong bearish push down, right? And it did break this wick here, just about when you hover over and you see the low of the wick in the top left corner of trading view, and you see what the close price was, or the low price, sorry, and you look at the close price of this bearish candle, you can see that it did just about break this wick. So this was the last strong push down structurally. And before that, price had also been stepping down, because here, a low broke for a lower low, and we broke again for another breakdown. So this was another setup, conversely going the other way. And this is why earlier on I said about we'll keep an eye on this high. So this now, if we zoom out a bit, became a sell setup, because price is pushing into this region now. Now this zone I'm drawing up here, that we call deep test zone again, is the deepest point that price could retrace to and still be valid for this bearish sell, because if it closes above this zone, we'll have broken this structural high, so it would then be a bullish structure. So for now, this is the deepest point. So I'm looking for price to potentially tap into this region where I can then sell back down, because we've got multiple buy opportunities this morning because this recent structure has been stepping up the whole time. But we also have now hit into the start of this last strong bearish structural push down, where price was stepping down overnight. As you'll see, price did come up here. Just another thing to note, I just set my alert on TradingView around here. You can't do it when you're on replay mode, but I set my alert here. It means I don't have to sit and watch that. All of these setups, I'm not sitting and watching, staring at a blank chart, because that is no way to trade or live. So yeah, I set my alert. When price came back up here, I was then ready. I know exactly what I'm looking for. And we got it pretty quickly here. Nice engulfing candle, price pushed down again. From that start of the structural push, as I said, at the deep test zone, the stop loss went above structure as always, 16 pips. And the target again, 1-to-1. I'm not trying to get a bigger score, because I said it so many times that it's probably getting boring. But I'm not trying to hit home runs. I'm happy to stay disciplined to the process and let those small wins add up, which they very much do. I prefer having the high win rate. It keeps you much more on track. It's easier to be consistent mentally when you're winning regularly. So this trade went into some drawdown, but we can't control what happens when you're in a trade. Again, I didn't see price pushing up here and panic and close the trade or do anything stupid. I just let price move. I set my alert for if it hit stop loss or if it hit my take profit. And I just let price do its thing, and down it went again. So these were some quite different trades. These are the most simple by far, because they're simply the recent structure just stepping up there really clear. This one you have to have a bit more understanding and look that little bit back to see that price, this is all one bearish push down, and from there it's just retracing up. But even from the most, it's not my strategy to trade a way of flags, but this you could even see as a flag. See, we've got the impulsive push, people would say, got a corrective pullback. So again, it just shows how all strategies intertwine. So all these people that have, talk to me and like Q&As are like, oh, do you want to try this strategy or that? It doesn't make a difference. Loads of strategies work. The key part is finding one that works for you, that you find simple, and most importantly, repeatable, because that's how you're going to be consistent, which is exactly what we've done here, and had 4 trades on gold for the day, ending in 2% from those 4 trades. So 3 out of 4 wins, happy with that. It's a very solid Thursday, and now it's the bank holiday, so I won't be trading tomorrow. But yeah, again, I got a lot of feedback from the last time I posted one of these videos earlier this week. It was really useful. So if it was, any likes or whatever would be useful to me, because it shows that it's obviously again, something that people want to see, and I'll make more of them. So thanks for watching. I'll see you later.